You ever noticed that some of the most memorable cars ever made weren't actually expensive? Cars like the WRX STI, the Nissan Silvia, the Toyota Celica, the Integra Type R, the AE86. Cars that ordinary people could realistically aspire to own. They weren't luxury cars. They weren't packed with technology. And they certainly weren't trying to impress anyone with giant touchscreens or ambient lighting. They were built around one simple idea: being fun to drive. But somewhere along the way, the budget compact sports car started disappearing. And today, if you're looking for a lightweight, affordable, driver-focused car, your options are a lot more limited than they used to be. So what happened? Well, the answer isn't as simple as blaming car manufacturers. A lot of different factors push the industry in this direction. Let's start with safety. Modern cars are safer than they've ever been, and that's genuinely a good thing. If you compare a crash between a modern car and something from the 1990s, there's no contest. Today's cars have stronger structures, more airbags, advanced crash protection systems, pedestrian safety requirements, and a huge amount of engineering dedicated to keeping occupants alive. But all of that comes at a cost. Literally, it costs money to engineer. It costs money to manufacture. And it also adds weight, a lot of weight. Many modern cars weigh hundreds of kilograms more than their predecessors. And when a car gets heavier, it needs larger brakes, it needs stronger suspension, it often needs more power just to maintain the same performance. Everything becomes bigger. Everything becomes more expensive. And before you know it, that lightweight budget sports car isn't so lightweight or budget friendly anymore. Then there's the luxury factor. Whether enthusiasts like it or not, luxury sells. Most buyers aren't looking for the sharpest steering feel or the lightest chassis. They're looking for comfort, convenience, technology, features they can see, features they can show off. A touch screen is easy to advertise. A heated seat is easy to advertise. A panoramic sunroof is easy to advertise. A perfectly balanced chassis, not so much. So manufacturers naturally focus on what the majority of buyers want. And today, even base model cars come loaded with equipment that would have seemed high-end 20 years ago. Huge screens, multiple cameras, parking sensors, adaptive cruise control, lane keeping systems, automatic wipers, automatic headlights, heated seats, electric seats, quiet exhaust systems, extensive sound deadening, complex infotainment systems, electronic driving aids, fake engine noise in speakers, seatbelt chiming sounds. The list goes on and on. Again, none of those features are inherently bad. Many of them are genuinely useful. But the problem is that you often can't choose to go without them. The truly basic model has almost disappeared. The lightweight entry-level version that focuses purely on driving enjoyment simply isn't offered anymore. It's not that everyone wants these features. It's that they're often mandatory if you want to buy the car at all. And every feature adds cost. Every feature adds complexity. And most of them add weight. Then we have emissions and fuel economy regulations. Modern engines have to meet increasingly strict standards. Manufacturers have done amazing things with efficiency, but there are compromises. Many modern cars rely heavily on turbocharging, particulate filters, complex emission systems, and heavily engineered exhaust setups. Performance can still be impressive, sometimes incredibly impressive, but the character often changes, the sound changes, the feel changes. The mechanical simplicity starts to disappear. Many enthusiasts miss the rawness that older performance cars had, not necessarily because they were faster, but because they felt more alive. And then, we get to the elephant in the room. SUVs. Love them or hate them, SUVs have completely taken over. Walk through almost any dealership today and look around. SUV after SUV after SUV. Different sizes, different badges, different price points, but often very similar ideas. And there's a simple reason. People keep buying them. Manufacturers don't build SUVs because they hate enthusiasts. They build them because they're profitable. Very profitable. Most buyers prioritize practicality, seating position, cargo space, and versatility, even if they rarely use all that extra space. And because SUVs sell in huge numbers, manufacturers invest more money into developing them. Meanwhile, niche enthusiast cars become harder to justify financially. Why spend billions developing a lightweight sports coupe when another SUV will sell 10 times as many units? From a business perspective, the decision becomes obvious. The result is that entire categories of cars have slowly disappeared. Look at what Japan alone used to offer. Toyota gave us the Supra, the Celica, the MR2, the AE86. Nissan had the Skyline, the Silvia, the Z cars. Honda had the Integra Type R, the S2000, the NSX. Mazda had the RX-7. Mitsubishi had the Evo and the GTO. Subaru had the WRX STI. Every company seemed willing to build something unique, something with personality, something enthusiasts would remember decades later. Today, many of those nameplates are gone, and in their place are more SUVs, crossovers, and family-focused vehicles. Many of them are objectively good. Some are excellent. But they're not the cars that made people put posters on their bedroom walls. Imagine if someone hung a poster of a plain grey SUV on the wall. Has anyone done that? But there is plenty of artwork of the old JDM and classic muscle cars. And here's another thing that rarely gets discussed. Modern cars are often so capable that they can actually feel less exciting at legal speeds. A modern performance car might have 300, 400, even 500 horsepower. Massive tyres, sophisticated traction control, advanced suspension systems. They're unbelievably capable. But sometimes you need to be driving very fast before they start feeling alive. Older lightweight cars often felt engaging at much lower speeds. You could enjoy the car without needing a racetrack. You were more involved in the process. You felt more connected. The steering, the gearbox, the pedals, the sounds, the vibrations, the imperfections. And maybe that's what many enthusiasts miss most. Not the performance numbers, the connection. Now, to be fair, we might also be looking at the past through rose-colored glasses. But what many enthusiasts are really asking for isn't a return to the past. They're asking for choice, the option to buy something simple, something affordable, something lightweight, something built primarily around the driving experience. Because right now, that choice feels rarer than ever. So maybe the budget sports car didn't completely disappear. Maybe it was gradually replaced by things most buyers wanted more. The market and legislators voted. Manufacturers followed. And here we are. The real question is, if a company released a truly lightweight, affordable, manual transmission sports car tomorrow, would enough people actually buy it, or would everyone keep choosing the SUV? Let me know what you think.